Hey y'all, welcome back to Adventuring with Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Y'all, it's been an incredible road trip so far. I've only been on the road for a week, but so much has happened. And yesterday I made my way from Arizona into New Mexico, and it wasn't until I was sitting down and reflecting on the day that I realized I had some really interesting, unique interactions with strangers yesterday. 4 of them to be exact. And I don't interact with the general public the way I did yesterday. It was kind of wacky. I have a lot to tell you. First, we have to finish up Greer. Then we're going to Bluewater State Park. And a lot of people have said, Amanda, do they welcome minivan campers at campgrounds and state parks? We're going to talk about it. Let's get into it. What is that? Oh, pack of cigarettes. Nice. So you're destroying your lungs and the environment. That's cute. It's really cute. I don't know why people just can't take their trash with them. It blows my mind. Wow, that looks like a... Is that a fake claw or a real claw wrapped in fishing line? I don't know. I don't know if I really want to know, actually. Okay, y'all, it is the morning. It's 9 o'clock and we're already hitting the road. I was up early today for me. I was up at 7:45, but honestly, when I woke up, I was just feeling good and ready to go. As much as I'm absolutely in love with Greer, I spent the perfect amount of time here and I am ready to move on to our next destination. So we are checking in for the night to Bluewater Lake State Park in Pruitt, New Mexico. It was a subscriber suggested stop and I'm pretty stoked about it. It looks simple yet beautiful, and we are expecting rain tonight, but that's okay because I have electric hookups and full amenities there, showers, water, the whole thing. So I'm looking forward to that. But first we are heading to the laundromat. I'm going to do 2 loads of laundry, clothes, and also wash my sheet and one of Winston's blankets and some towels. A lot of stuff got pretty just pretty gross quickly from the mud. Well, not really the mud, but the rain and just how that tracks into your van no matter how clean you are. So we'll do that, even though it's supposed to rain this weekend again in Colorado, but not complaining because I love it. I never get to experience so much rain like this, so it's been awesome. We check-in isn't until later today, later this afternoon, 4 o'clock New Mexico time, which is 3 o'clock Arizona time. And so we'll stop for lunch. I'm gonna look up on my Gas Buddy app right now where the best place to get gas will be, because I'm right on the edge. I'm right on the border of New Mexico, so I'll see where I need to fill up gas. I have more than half a tank, so I'm willing to drive a little bit further if I can get gas for much cheaper. So that's the plan. Let's hit the road. Alright, y'all, we just got to the laundromat, and I saw antelope on the side of the road on the way, which Sarah told me they're in the area, but holy crap, there's something so magical about seeing new wildlife, like literally out in the wild when you're traveling. It's so cool. So this laundromat is fancy. They use a card. I'm the only one here with one other guy. So I loaded $15 on it. It's expensive here. It's like $4 for a load. But there's a dumpster right here so I can dump my trash, and I'm ready to get this done. I love small towns like this. So I don't know what the population is here in I think it's pronounced Eager. It's spelled Egar with an A, but a blue collar town, and I love these places because everybody drives a diesel truck and everybody is so kind. I also kind of stick out like a sore thumb in places like this. There was a couple in the laundromat who could tell that I'm not from the area. So this is my laundry bag, and don't read into it. It's just a rainbow bag that I purchased at IKEA years ago. So it's like this sort of material, and it's huge, and I love it because it doesn't take up space in my van, so it's great for laundry. And there was a gentleman in there, and he was like, wow, that's a neat bag, because when it folds out, it's big, right? And I was like, oh, thanks. Yeah, I got it at IKEA. And he was like, oh, wow. He was like, that's so cool. And I was like, thanks. And then his partner or wife or whoever, he said to her, he was like, oh, look at her bag. And she was like, wow, that's so practical. And I was like, thanks. Like, just, yeah, kind of funny. Just very kind people. You okay, Bobby? So I put my stuff in the dryer, and then Circle K was 4 minutes away, so I went and filled up my gas tank. I'm going to keep track of how much I spend on gas this trip so I can share with you guys. So I have 20 cents off every gallon at Circle K. So because I have a special like card for it. So I paid, and then I have the app. So I paid $3.24 a gallon today, and I got a little bit more than half a tank of gas. So I spent $33.79, which is that my first? No, because I filled up in Sholo, or yeah, with Brock. I forget how much that was. I think around the same price. But anyways, I'm gonna start keeping track of that. So I did that while my stuff is in the dryer, and then after this we'll go to Safeway and head to the state park. Y'all, these grasshoppers are all over the place. They're flying around. They're all over. One landed on me. Two landed on me. I got in the van. I had one on my pants. I freaked out. I've never seen anything like it. Bro. No. I also forgot to mention a couple of different things. Yesterday was so crazy, in a good way though. And the couple that I met at the laundromat, after I I ended up giving them the last $3 on my laundry card. And because I was like, I have $3 left. That's enough for 2 cycles in the dryer. I'm not going to be back here again, at least not anytime soon. So I might as well give it to somebody who looks like they could use it, or maybe they'd be here again, and if they don't, maybe they could pay it forward. So this couple that I was talking to about the bag, I ended up giving her my card, and I was like, oh, would you like my laundry card? And she was like, oh, that's so nice of you. Like, can I give you cash for it? And I was like, no, absolutely not. That's not the point. There's money on it. I want to give it to somebody. So she's like, oh, that's great. Well, it turns out they're camp hosts in Alpine at a campground. They invited me to come stay anytime. They were like, come through. We're there through July. We'll get a spot going for you. Like, you're welcome and all this stuff. And I was like, well, that's nice. So I gave them my laundry card, and then they gave me an invite to their campground. And then I decided I was craving a McDonald's Coke. So after I went to Safeway, I went over to McDonald's, and I had a gift card that was sitting in my wallet it's been there for like 7 months. So I decided to use it, and I got a cheeseburger and some fries as well. And the gift card wasn't working. And the kid in the drive-thru, I say kid, he was probably like 18 to 20 years old. I told him, I was like, honey, it's okay. Like, don't worry about it. I can just pay with my debit. And by that time, the manager was there trying to figure it out. And they both kind of looked at me and didn't say anything. And then they gave me the gift card back, and the manager walked away, and the kid was like, he just gave it to you for free. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, well, thank you, like, so much. I would have paid for it, with my debit. He's like, oh no, that's fine. Like, go ahead, have a good day. And I was like, dang, like, it almost felt like instant karma from giving those people my laundry card, and then I got my lunch for free. So just so much kindness yesterday going from Arizona to New Mexico. Such strange encounters, but they were all really good ones. Oh, there's no one there. Okay, just kidding. Okay, there's dump station, there's dumpsters. So we arrived at the state park, And my first thoughts are, I'm so glad I did not pay more than $14 for this. It's empty for the most part, which is kind of nice, but it doesn't seem well taken care of. The office was closed and locked, so they have like self-pay stations, but I made a reservation and I already paid the money. So I don't know what, like, I don't have a thing for the camp post or for the camp sign with my, I mean, I double checked my reservation and everything. It's just weird. There's like no one here, like, but the showers were open. Thankfully I have a shady spot. I have hookups. That's the most important part. And there is Bluewater Lake right here, which I'm going to walk Winston down to. It's just weird. It kind of feels like a ghost town, and the building was locked. So I don't know. It's my state park visits in the past in different states have been very different than this. I guess I was expecting more from a state park, but at the same time it was only $14 a night, and now I'm seeing why. So I hope that when Winston and I walk down to the lake, that's good. And I mean, like I said, I have hookups and I have showers. That's the most important part. Just need a place to charge up for the night and sleep. So, and again, we have some awesome shade in this spot, so I'm going to take Winston out and we'll walk around a little bit. Alright, so here's our spot. Hookups are on the other side. I mean, look at this. It's not very, you know, well manicured, I guess. I guess that's what I'm used to at state parks. That's supposed to be the office over there, and that's where showers are, but I don't know. Doors were locked. It's just weird. Oh, there's water right here. Water, and there's dumpsters over here also. Alright, y'all, so storms are coming in, which I knew they were going to. I'm very excited about it because it's cooling down. It was like 85 when I arrived, but there's a really nice breeze and it's cooling down. I have Winston in his playpen right now. We took a bit of a walk, and I just got out my extension cord, have it hooked up to my Vitomin. Now this is it said online it was only 30 amp, but it's actually 30, 50, and 20. As you can see, I have my 30 amp adapter. I always carry it on me because some campgrounds don't have 20 amp hookups, which the 20 amp is just your regular Edison outlet. I have a video about this on my channel somewhere. Oop, here comes the rain. Okay, just in time. I don't know what kind of contraption this is. Well, I need more clips. But, so I can keep my trunk open and keep my stuff dry. Oh man, that's so ghetto. I just want everyone to behold how perfect my child is for a second. I have all the doors open, I'm doing stuff, and he's just like, Mom, I'm chilling. Because he's literal perfection. Behold the greatness that is Sir Winston Arthur. Are you Mommy's handsome? You are! I knew it! Alright, I have my Hot Logic heating up some chicken enchiladas, and I just got my big Vitomin all charged up, so now I'm charging my small one. My Rock Pals I just charge when I'm driving. I could do the same with the Vitomin 600, but I figure I'll just charge since I have shore power. It just rained briefly. I don't know if I should leave out my chair in Winston's playpen or just put it away, because he seems very content in the van. And in the meantime, I was just getting my shower bag ready for later. Trying some new sparkling water here. I love my sparkling water. No beer for me tonight. I don't even know why do I have that fan on? We have such a nice breeze. It'd actually probably be a good time to walk down to the lake. We just went on a long walk and it's getting pretty crazy out. Temperature slowly dropping. So it's 6 o'clock here right now. So Arizona time, it's 5. Anyways, within the next hour, it's supposed to drop down to 72 degrees. So we'll see where we're at. Right now in the van with everything open, it's 79. Oh boy. There's been a few more people that have come into the campground, but still pretty quiet. I want to give a brief shout out to Kimmy, who was at my meetup in her Class C RV in January. She used to be in a Dodge Grand Caravan, and she had brand new WeatherTech rain guards for the windows, and they've been so amazing this past week. So thank you, Kimmy. I can actually keep my windows open and cracked without the rain coming in, because as you can hear, it's kind of crazy outside all of a sudden. I stopped at Safeway today. I wanted to get a couple of meals that I could heat up in my Hot Logic, so I got these chicken and cheese green chili enchiladas. I just heated them up in my Hot Logic for an hour. Let me show you what else I got. I got this pizza. I can eat, this is 2 meals for me. I actually got this for my mom and I last week in Payson, and it was so good. So both of these things were in the front refrigerated section of Safeway. You can kind of see the lake down there. Oh my gosh. It's so freaking awesome out right now after that massive storm that just rolled through. It's 7:30. And I checked when the sun goes down because I'm in New Mexico, so it goes down at 8:30. I'm used to it going down at 7:30 in Arizona. But I'm walking to the showers now that the rain is done. Check it out. Well, it's not exactly a 5-star resort, but you know what? I am always grateful for a shower. Yeah. Just make sure that you bring some slides to wear in the shower. At least there's a bench. I just took my shower. It was lovely. You know, not the most glamorous, right? But super hot water. However, it was like the push showers. It doesn't even stay on for 30 seconds. It like stays on for like 10 seconds. But whatever, I'm grateful for the hot water. So I was in there and there was somebody else in there, and all of a sudden their water stopped and I hear a voice and it was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Who, me?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, okay, I heard moaning and it kind of sounded like somebody was crying, and I just wanted to make sure you're okay." And I was like, "Oh," I was like, "You know, I heard it too, but no, it's not me. I'm good, but thank you so much for checking." And she's like, "Yeah, I'd hate," and so we're in separate, she's in like a shower stall like 2 down from me. And she was like, "I would just hate it if somebody was like struggling and having a hard time and I didn't like check on them." And I said, "Oh my gosh, like that's so sweet of you. Like, we need more people in the world like that, like showing kindness and compassion when they even think maybe somebody might be having a hard time." That was so nice. I've had such great interactions with people today. It's kind of, I hate to say unusual, but unusual. So, but my shower was lovely, and I am going to watch the Diamondbacks game. Now that I feel clean and fresh, I can relax for the rest of the evening. This is Bluewater Lake, and I found the good campsites. They are the non-electric campsites up against the lake. This is where the beauty of this campground is. But I needed hookups, so now I know for next time. What I'm also seeing is over on the water's edge, I see what looks like boondockers over there. So I'm like, can you camp on the lake, not in the campground? And it kind of looks like it. So I'm going to do some research on that. So here's a campsite right on the lake here. Now, these are non-hookup sites. Most of the spots at this campground don't have electric hookups, but it's only $10 a night. So if you have solar, which I mean, I typically do, I just happen to need hookups for a night. I mean, these are incredible spots for $10 a night. That's such a good deal. Oh yeah, there's definitely boondockers on the other side of the lake. That's where I want to be. There is a day use area at this campground. There's also a boat launch, but it's currently closed. But the day use area is really nice. They have some pavilions with picnic tables, and there are walking trails here. You can bring your kayaks, go fishing. So if you are into water stuff, this is the place to be. Like I said, especially for the cost. From the time I checked into Bluewater State Park until the time I left, my opinion changed quite a bit. It is very beautiful. There's a lot of different camping possibilities there, and everybody's welcome, whether you're in a tent or a Class A RV, everybody's welcome. And, oh, there goes my trash. You have amenities, you know, showers, water, you have the lake and all of the water activities that you could possibly do. There are hiking trails, I was saying walking and hiking, trails that you can walk, and of course there are a number of spots with electric hookups. For the cost, it's amazing. I'm glad that I stayed. Again, I think it's worth it for a night or two stay, especially if you're driving through. And it was like 10 degrees cooler there than it was on the highway, which is less than 10 minutes away. So the weather was good. And unfortunately, there was a stray dog that came into my camp. There is a lot of reservation nearby. And even when I was leaving, I saw a stray dog on the road. So that was kind of terrifying because it came right into our campsite and it was a friendly dog, but what if it wasn't? The dog didn't belong to anybody like in the campground, so like who was held liable if something happens? Especially because there weren't any employees anywhere. So it was weird. Also, the state park had electric charging stations for electric vehicles, and I thought that was so strange that they would put funding into that rather than paying employees or putting funding into landscaping or something. I thought that was kind of a bizarre priority. But overall, I enjoyed my stay there. I would recommend it. Something else that happened is the neighbor across the way from me recognized me, and that was wild. I get recognized all over Arizona now, but to go into a different state and be recognized was... her mind was blown, my mind was blown. I didn't know what was happening. I was kind of embarrassed because I just like... it's just weird for me, but she was so kind and so nice, and we were talking about quartzite, and she, we were like, oh, hope to see you next season, and that was an incredible experience. So I have never been turned away from a campground, even though I'm in a minivan. I've never been turned away. And I've been to campgrounds in probably 20 states. I've always been welcome in RV spots with hookups. I've heard of other people having issues and not being welcome, and they have to get a tent site, whatever. I've personally never had that problem. Maybe I've gotten lucky, I don't know. But in my opinion, we should all be treated the same. If you pay for the spot, you should get the spot. You know, nobody should be discriminated against. I don't care what kind of rig you're in. So I've had good luck with it, and it's a great way to feel safe and secure and get used to van life, especially if you're alone and you are new to it. Oh man, good day of travel, huh? Drove another 2.5 hours today. It was good. And it's going to be an awesome evening. Y'all, my plans have changed a little bit this weekend, but it's a secret for now. You guys will see what's popping. It's going to be pretty good. Shenanigans are going to ensue. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this long video. I will see you next time.